Hi everyone, this is my module 5 fact sheet. For question 1, how the kids are perceived in the photo. Some people might view the kids as troublemakers because one of them were holding a bottle of alcohol, so they're probably drinking. They were throwing up hand signs, so some people might think that they are involved in gang activity. And then it's the middle of the day, so they're probably skipping school. However, Rio sees them differently. He thinks that they're kids who just haven't had their potential shown to them, and he believes that they are capable of growth and change if they were given the right tools and opportunities to really tap into that potential that they have. For question 2, how the system failed Rios. Rios grew up in extreme poverty. He mentioned that most of the time they were on welfare. They were homeless multiple times. By the age of 15, he had already been in jail 3 times, and his friend also died to the violence that they were experiencing. These experiences highlighted how the system failed Rios. Despite being young, he faced repeated incarceration and he didn't have the support or guidance that he needed to change his path. Growing up in poverty and constantly being homeless further went to show how the social institutions didn't provide a safety net or any support or resources for him to escape these circumstances, which just left him vulnerable to the crime and violence that he was already experiencing, which just perpetuated the cycle further on. Um, for question 3, what benefits did Rios experience after the positive influence of Miss Russ? So after Mrs. Russ, impacted his life, he returned to school after he had dropped out. He completed all his required credits on time, and he also graduated with his class. He then went on to continue his education by going to college, and although he was placed on academic probation, he still went through with it and followed through with it and attended college. For question 4, the significance of Mrs. Russ being culturally relevant. Mrs. Russ accepted Rios for who he was. She recognized that his family, his lifestyle, his background were all important parts of him. Instead of judging him or diminishing his experiences, she encouraged him to view them as valuable lessons that could help shape his future. This approach mattered to Rios because for the first time he felt seen and valued for who he truly was rather than being judged by his past or labeled a deviant. Mrs. Russ' acceptance allowed him to believe in his potential and helped shift his mindset toward a more positive future. And then how he contributed to his community. Rios developed programs to support kids in difficult life situations who might be on the wrong path and just need a little bit of guidance and an adult to come into their life and help them discover their potential. Through these programs, he helped them discover their purpose and set meaningful goals, encouraging them to improve themselves and positively impact their communities.